It takes just 1 second to be in awareness that I am a soul, a point of light, and I merge. I merge my mind and intellect and become a seed, and also go into the experience of my eternal stage. I am a pure being, a peaceful being, and I take God's love, God's light, and peace with every breath in my whole body. Because every thought is connected with breath, even while eating, I think of peace. So the vibrations of peace in whatever I am giving to the body. Soul and body are very deeply connected, and mind and intellect are the link between soul and body. My aim is to be in my eternal stage. In this pure consciousness, I take Drishti from Baba, experience my angelic stage, Avyakt stage. This angelic stage is the stage which is beyond body consciousness. So for a few moments, merge your mind and intellect and go beyond. Be very subtle, very angelic, aware. there is deep, sweet silence. Soul is detached, is observer. Even detached from the body. Then in 1 second, I connect with my Big Baba. There is only one Supreme Soul who is always in his eternal and unlimited source. He is consistent. We give him the name Sada Shiv, always, ever. So as we take Drishti from Baba, it feels so easy and natural to be in silence, to be still and also peaceful. There is experience of inner power, inner stability. Soul feels very charged. So I stay absorbed in Baba's love, Baba's light. Baba is bestower. He is filling us with his love, with his peace and light.
संगम युग में प्यारे बाबा, संगम युग में प्यारे बाबा, हमें आपसे बेहद प्यार मिला, मिला, हमें आपसे बेहद प्यार मिला। आज ऊंचे ते ऊंचा बाप ने
Om Shanti. Promise of determined thought. With your perfect form, become an instrument to reveal God. Become completely faithful. At the moment you took birth, you promised that at every moment, whether thoughts you create and actions you perform, you will do that for the godly service of the Father. When, instead of doing godly service, you perform a wrong action with your thoughts, time, or body, that would not be called being completely faithful. Therefore, become completely faithful. Om Shanti.
Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. Today's day 19. Promise of determined thought. With your perfect form, become an instrument to reveal God. Today's topic, become completely faithful. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Can you all hear me? Yes. The time passes very fast. They say when there is joy, happiness, time passes fast. And when someone is not happy because of any reason, time goes very slow. Right? So I find in Madhuban, with the family, all different activities, celebrations, time passes very, very fast. Right? Yeah. When I am looking at all of you, feeling your presence also here, mm, as if you all are, whole Avyakti Parivar is right here. Baba had been talking about how when we belong to Baba, we recognize Baba. As soon as we recognize Baba, the first thought which comes in that I want to do what Baba's task is. I remember that this whole internally, the thought of giving Baba's message, living Baba's message, that means in practical, live the life of what Baba is teaching us. So we have faith first, faith in Baba, faith in Rama. I know that Dadis, when we look at their lives, they surrendered to Baba everything. They left their homes, they left families. They just came to Baba and only wanted to do is live a pure life and give the message of everyone should follow purity. So when we use the word awake signal, signal is something which is not necessarily what is being spoken, but we follow it and then we do it in practical. And if we are not able to do, then bring that transformation. Pay attention. So one of the important quality is to be faithful. And faithful here means use your every thought in Baba's service. That means whenever we find thoughts are going into wrong direction or wasteful thoughts, we immediately have to change. This life is like a journey. So if somebody is visiting some place, then you describe, I saw this was on the way. Mostly all the scenes we describe. But here Baba says all the scenes, just look them as scenes and pass through those scenes. You don't have to talk about those side scenes. Majority of people, even in Baba's family, get lost into side scenes. Not only side scenes, but who is doing what. So even if we come to know some people are not faithful or doing something which is not right, so should we keep thinking about it? Should we keep talking about it? Or we just say it's a side scene? These scenes will emerge. You understand the difference that in Lokik journey, you describe the scenes. And spiritual journey, you let whatever is happening, these are side scenes. And majority of our children, they are not only caught up into thinking of those scenes, but they keep talking about it. And I always tell them, but we know, we saw, but why are we talking about it? So internally, like lot of wastage, waste of thoughts, waste of time. Not only that, but subtle obstacles on the path, whether in remembrance or Baba says, follow Father. Brahma Baba, how he saw drama. The part of every soul is different. So as an actor, I have to play my part, or I just sit on the stage and describe the part of others. Hmm. It's a very subtle dharana, very subtle dharana. There's no service there, right? And Baba says you must do service through thoughts. And we just, in our head is full with what others are doing. How will you play your own part? And that is why Baba said, fasting they do on Shiv Jayanti. So what should be our fasting? To have elevated and pure attitude. To bring transformation, to inspire others, we have to be good example. But if I also do what others are doing, we say, no, this is wrong, we criticize, we don't want, and we do same, right? Because they are doing, I should do. Or because others are doing, I shouldn't do. So it's a very subtle way for dharana to follow Father accurately, to be faithful in our thoughts, in our words also. Baba never described the part of others. Baba said that children, you have to be faithful, which is very, very important. Mm. So completely faithful. So interesting when we look at those who are number one, Brahma Baba, Dadi Prakash. Dadi Prakash Mani was always merged not only in love for Baba, but very deeply into serving the yajna, and from yajna, serving the world. So you can only serve when there is this power, enthusiasm. But a lot of people are discouraged, lack of enthusiasm, because they're only seeing what everyone is doing. But I have to do it. What Baba is saying. It's a task of establishment. We have to get our yagya free from obstacles. We have to uh, become complete, but also make this yagya complete. And how do we make yagya complete? Through our determination, through our purity, elevated actions. While serving, just always remember that I am faithful. And this is Baba's service. Sometimes it's not service. The power in service comes by being faithful, which is very, very important. Even in Lokik relationships, one who is faithful will do what is being told to do. But if you are not faithful, you deceive your own self and you deceive Baba also. Because your activity doesn't show that you are faithful, plus it doesn't show that you are following Baba or doing Baba's task. So pay attention, think deeply about it. It will help you to become faithful. Change faith into being faithful. You all say, I have 100% faith. But not only faith, but we have to be faithful. Om Shanti. Brahma Baba was number one because of being faithful. His intellect, his mind never got attached to anything, to anyone. Just one Baba. And naturally, there was so much service happening. So many surrendered looking at Baba. So all of us, if we pay attention, lot of service will definitely happen. So let's remember Baba. Om Shanti.
शुक्रिया आपका प्यारे प्रभु, शुक्रिया शुक्रिया आपका प्यारे प्रभु। शुक्रिया मुझको जीवन दान दिया अपना बना लिया शुक्रिया आपका प्यारे प्रभु शुक्रिया भूल गए थे आपको कई जन्मों की उलझन में ढूंढते थे आपको पुकारते थे कण कण में पिंजरे के पंछी को गगन में उड़ा दिया शुक्रिया आपका प्यारे प्रभु शुक्रिया अब तो तुम समाए हो हर सांस में दिल की धड़कन में तन सेवा में है लगा पर मन हर पल वतन में आपकी मुरली ने प्रभु जादू चला दिया शुक्रिया आपका प्यारे प्रभु शुक्रिया शुक्रिया आपका प्यारे प्रभु शुक्रिया मुझको जीवन दान दिया अपना बना लिया शुक्रिया आपका प्यारे प्रभु शुक्रिया
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti.
Promise of determined thought. With your perfect form, become an instrument to reveal God. Become completely faithful. At the moment you took birth, you promised that at every moment, whatever thoughts you create and actions you perform, you will do that for the godly service of the Father. When, instead of doing godly service, you perform a wrong action with your thoughts, time, or body, that would not be called being completely faithful. Therefore, become completely faithful. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Avyakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Monday and our schedule from Amritvela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening, meditation at 6 p.m. followed by Hindi series, meditation commentary, English series, Awake the Journey. So that's our schedule for tomorrow. Now let's start our Awake the Journey. Welcome to Awake the Journey. Today is 19 Awake Murlis from 1969, inspiring us to change from Brahmin to angel.
Om Shanti. 9th June 1969. Laziness, the sweet form of inactivity. Are all of you stable in the avyakt stage, whilst in the corporeal form? What do you call the avyakt state? Do you recognize it? First, there is the recognition of the avyakt stage. Then there is the discernment of it. Do you have knowledge of both these aspects? What do you call the avyakt stage? The absence of the awareness of the corporeal form. How can there not be the awareness of the corporeal form whilst performing actions with the corporeal form? How much experience do you have of the avyakt stage whilst being in the corporeal form? Today, Baba wants to ask all of you this. What is the longest time you should spend in this stage? What should the longest time be? Do you know that? 8 hours. According to the complete stage, even 8 hours is insufficient. According to your present effort, is 8 hours too much? Not a single person raised his hand. Acha. Those who have reached 6 hours, raise your hands. Again, not a single person raised his hand. Acha. Those who have reached 4 hours of remembrance, raise your hands. Some raise their hand for 4 hours remembrance and some for 2 hours. According to this result, how much time do you need to make effort? The course has finished. You are now doing the revised course. But even then, the result for the majority of you is not so good. What is the reason for this? All of you are making effort. You have the enthusiasm and you have the aim. Then why are you not able to do it? Lack of attention. In which aspect is there a lack of attention? Everyone has the attention to be worthy and come close. But which aspect of attention is still lacking? What causes the lack of practice of the avyakt stage? All sitting here are effort makers. Is there anyone sitting here who would say that he is not an effort maker? Since you are effort makers, why is this lacking? What do you have to do? Why are you not able to remain introverted when you want to? Why do you become extroverted? All of you have become enlightened souls. Whilst being clever, enlightened souls, why do you become senseless? You have received understanding. The course for understanding has also finished. And since the course is finished, it means that you have become sensible. Why are you still senseless? It has been seen that the main reason is that some of you become careless, and this can also be called laziness. The sweet form of laziness is lethargy. There are many forms of laziness. The majority of you have laziness or carelessness in one form or another. There is the desire and also the effort to do it. But because there is carelessness, you are not able to make the kind of effort that you should be making. When there is greater knowledge in the intellect, there is greater carelessness because of it. Those who consider themselves to be less clever are making intense effort. Those who consider themselves to be very clever become more careless. The desperation to show and do something that there previously used to be in your effort has now finished. You have become content. You have become content with yourself. We have understood the knowledge. We are doing service anyway. You must not become a contented soul in this way. There should be that compulsion and enthusiasm in your effort. Just as when the ones in bondage are desperate, they make intense effort. However, those who are not in bondage become content and so become careless. This is the result seen in the majority of effort makers. Always think that you are becoming a number one effort maker, not that you have become that. When there is the knowledge of all the three aspects of time in the intellect, you consider yourself to be even more clever. You were also told previously how you become a master when you should become a child, and how you become a child when you should become a master. So you are making sweet effort in the form of a child. You have claimed a right to the kingdom, and you have also received the tilak. However, this slack and sweet effort will not do any more. The more you remain stable in the form of Shakti, the more powerful your effort will be. At present, your effort is not powerful, it is slack. All of you are effort makers, but there isn't the power that there should be in the effort. It isn't powerful effort. In order to fill your effort with power, you must keep a point in front of you in the morning. Just as you have a heart-to-heart conversation at Amrit Vela, in the same way, in order to make your effort powerful, especially retain one or another point in the intellect, now you need to make special effort. The days of making ordinary effort have now passed. Just as you hold special functions, in the same way, you must now understand that because there is a very little time, you have to have a program for making special effort. You have to keep the aim of making special effort and move forward. If you still continue to move along with this poor result, what will be the result of the exams that are yet to come? Much more difficult exams are yet to come. And so, in order to face them, you have to make hard effort. If the effort is ordinary and the exams are difficult, what will the result be? Acha, today is Baba is meeting the brothers. Are you content with your effort? You are continuing to move along, but to what percentage? Those who consider themselves to following Srimad by 75%, raise your hand. Many raise their hand. Acha, what is the main Srimad? The main Srimad is to stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance for as long as possible, because it is through this pilgrimage of remembrance that there will be success in purity, the divine virtues, and service. What is the charge of remembrance like for those who follow Srimad by 75%? Their chart of remembrance should also be 75%. Such a soul is called one who follows Srimad completely. Today the brothers have specially been put in the front. The sisters have been asked to come back later, because whenever a meeting is to take place, the sisters quickly come running, whereas the brothers remain watching. The brothers have to be given a responsibility also. In fact, it has already been given. It has been shown in your pictures that after the copper age, you lose your crown. In the same way, you have been given the crown of responsibility, but sometimes you knowingly take it off, and sometimes Maya takes it off. In Satyug, the crowns are so light that you cannot even tell there is a weight on your head. Do the scenes and scenery of Satyug come in front of you or not? Do the scenes of Satyug come in front of you by themselves, or do you make them emerge? As you progress further, the scenes of Satyug will come in front of you even when you do not have a conscious wish that they should come. There will be no need to make them emerge. As you come closer, the scenes will also come closer. To be continued. Om Shanti.
Promise of determined thought. With your perfect form, become an instrument to reveal God. Become completely faithful. At the moment you took birth, you promised that at every moment, whatever thoughts you create and actions you perform, you will do that for the godly service of the Father. When, instead of doing godly service, you perform a wrong action with your thoughts, time, or body, that would not be called being completely faithful. Therefore, become completely faithful.
दृढ़ संकल्प की प्रतिज्ञा अपने संपूर्ण रूप से परमात्म प्रत्यक्षता की निमित्त बनना। संपूर्ण वफादार बनो। जब से जन्म लिया है तब से प्रतिज्ञा की है कि मन अर्थात संकल्प, समय और कर्म जो भी करेंगे वह बाप के ईश्वरीय सेवा अर्थ करेंगे। अगर ईश्वरीय सेवा के बजाय कहाँ संकल्प व समय व तन द्वारा व्यर्थ कार्य होता है तो उनको संपूर्ण वफादार नहीं कह सकते। इसलिए संपूर्ण वफादार बनो। ओम शांति।